Whoa, hey, eighth graders, look, a little volcano erupting behind me here, creating some igneous rocks, which you all know now, right? So, we are still using the Google Meet request form. Today, I have several people lined up that I'm going to be meeting with. Please respond to emails if I send you an email and say, hey, can you meet at this time and let me know if it works? Or if it doesn't work, you can say, no, Mrs. Gale, I don't feel comfortable with that, or I can't, I'm really busy today. How about tomorrow? But let me know good times and let me know when if you do the Google Meet request form, which is still there. And please fill it out if you want some help or if you just want to check in. So I still have the earthquake 3 summative Google Slides to help you, the video to help you, and then help for the Flipgrid here too. So these really help your summative earthquake score. That's the video from yesterday for the part 2 WebQuest and part 1 WebQuest. I think I talk about both of those. So today you have this Go Formative Rock Cycle Pathway assignment. It's all multiple choice questions. You'll be able to check your work as you go. So I would expect pretty good scores. I really want you to think about it. I don't know the point of just clicking and not reading anything. I think you're wasting your time. So really think about, okay, do I know the answer to this one? And if I don't, why is it this answer? Figure it out. I do have a little help with that. So I wanted to go through 2 slides with you right now. I'm noticing some students are lacking some details on these 2 rock types, so I wanted to help you out with it. For extrusive igneous rocks, these form from erupting when erupting lava cools quickly, forming small crystals or fine grains or no grains like glass. And so an example of that actually was this basalt that I showed in another video. There we go. This is a little more red than usual basalts. This is a lava bomb that shot through the air, cooled really quickly, and has this kind of aerodynamic shape to it, like a football. Same as basalt, very small grain crystals. If it cools really quickly, it'll be like glass, and that's what obsidian is. And those of you that have done Minecraft are very familiar with the igneous rock, extrusive igneous rock called obsidian. Intrusive igneous rocks are intruding magma cools slowly and it's intruding into other rock. So it's super insulated and it cools really slowly. And when I say slowly, I mean it takes millions of years for it to become a solid from a liquid. So it cools really slowly. Beautiful big crystals form. This is happening underground. It's creating large crystals, which we also call coarse grain. Small crystals are fine grain. So an example is this granite here, and a lot of you've seen granite like this, right? It looks like countertops, or you'll see it sometimes on the outside of buildings. If you took this type of granite, and this is from Minnesota, Cold Spring, Minnesota, up by St. Cloud, and heat and pressure is applied to this rock, those minerals will start to band, and they become this metamorphic rock, which is called gneiss. GNEISS. So you can see these ribbons of minerals that got pressed together from that intense pressure on top of it. So granite will change into gneiss. All right, so that was just a quick, and then this slide too, I had a lot of questions about the fill in the blanks or boxes. So I would accept a lot of different answers. So I thought I'd read through it. If you haven't done this yet, now you got some answers to help you. If you want to go back and fix it, you can. Rocks are weathered or eroded or broken down. Any of those work and washed away by wind and water. Accumulated sediment, which are broken pieces of rock, talks about that a lot in that WebQuest, is compacted or cemented or glued together to form sedimentary rock. So those are some of the things that you could put into those boxes. Just thought I'd help you out with that. So our assignment today, that Go Formative, will look like this in your, actually it should say, here, I'll use this one. Task 25. And when you click on it, the Go Formative is right there. So you click on it and you start working on it. Here's what it looks like. So this is a little bit of a different one, a little bit of a reading to it, but all multiple choice. So no fill in. You should be able to know right away if you have the answer right. So this pathway, these are pathways describing conditions and locations for actual rock formation. So They can follow many different paths in the rock cycle. When you look at that diagram, there's just different ways for a rock to become a different kind of rock, or to become the same type of rock, but a different named rock. So here's pathway 1. Between New Zealand and South America, so this could be Nazca Plate, could be the Pacific Plate, maybe the Antarctic. At the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, liquid hot rock from deep in the earth rises through the crust. As the material comes into contact with the very cold ocean water, it cools quickly to become rock. Over time, this rock, ever so slowly, moves with the Pacific plate. So that plate is moving, right? Kind of that northwest direction. About 200 million years later, the rock is pushed downwards into a trench. As the rock moves downward, it experiences great amounts of heat and pressure, causing the rock's minerals to change and recombine, making like those ribbons. What is the flow of the rock cycle for the rock in pathway 1? So what I'm showing you here is really similar to what your assessment is going to end up looking like. So make sure you're thinking about these shapes too. So here's question 1. After reading pathway 1, what part of the rock cycle pathway is this rock starting out as? Is it starting out as grains? Is it starting out as magma and lava? Or is it starting out as sediments? So you're going to go back and look and go, okay, New Zealand's not, South America, that's not giving me anything. Liquid hot rock is how it's starting out. So what matches? Magma and lava. Now you're going to go to number 2. The next part of this rock's pathway is the process of, is it weathering and eroding? Is it cooling and crystallizing? Is it compacting and cementing? Is it heat and pressure? So it says as the material comes into contact with very cold ocean water, it cools quickly to become rock. There's my cooling and crystallizing. So I'm going to put a mark there. So you'll keep going for each of these questions. Now you'll see this one, pathway 2, is a little more complicated. And then I have a couple general questions about these shapes, and that's it. So there's 17 multiple choice questions. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm meeting with a lot of students today, so you might want to see if you can meet with me on Wednesday. And any questions that come up, I'd be happy to help you. All right. Have a great day.